Alright, welcome back guys to, I believe, episode 4 now of the Hardcore Hunter Let's Play series. I did a little bit off screen. I went ahead and went to Orgrimmar, and I set my hearth there, which was good. And I bought bow training, and I bought an actual bow now, so that's good. And I got my staff skill up a little bit. I cleaned out my bags as best as I could, for the most part. I mean, there's still a lot going on in there, but I opened like 20 slots, which we're going to need. And more or less, I just kind of got ready to continue on with the series. So, let's go ahead and do it. Our bow skill is going to be 1, so we're not going to hit anything for a little while, which is going to be pretty annoying.
Very good, adventurer. With the plane striders gone, we'll have an easier time keeping our supply chains intact. And I hope you learned a few tricks out there in the Barrens, for your next prey has a little more fire in its blood than the plane striders.
The Gevra, although not the fiercest beast in the Barrens, are a shade tougher than the plane striders. Don't worry, we'll send you against bigger prey in good time. But for now, your teeth could use a little more cutting. Hunt the Gevra to the north and south, and collect their hooves. Bring them to me, and perhaps we'll next send you against something tougher.
I hate the female orc voice acting. Sounds awful. Not a big fan. I don't want to do any of that stuff. It wants me to do all the Duratar stuff, which I don't really understand. And frankly, I don't want to do any of that stuff. I think they wanted you to do this so that you can get your faintly glowing skull and really sticky glue, but I don't want to go through all that trouble. Rare found. Dish news nearby. Where is Dishnu? Huh, found a swiftness potion, that's interesting. Oh, there's Dishnu. Interesting. He's pretty hidden back there. It's gonna take me a little while to get my bow skill up. But so far so good. I'm hoping I start getting more light leather now that I'm killing slightly higher level mobs. Oh yeah, Dishnu. Look at that. Looks like a cheetah, sorta. It's like a cheetah form. That's pretty cool. Some hunter would probably love having Dishnu as a pet. Huh. So apparently when you attack her, a bunch of level 4 mobs come out and gank you. I'm not super interested in taming her. Although, she's pretty cool. Probably one of the only cheetah-y pets. At least for a while. This bow is hitting very hard. I'm liking this bow a lot. Guess we could start on the zebra too.
So, we have our duties, adventurer. Duties to the Horde. The centaurs have plagued the Tauren for years. And recently, the Kolkar centaurs of the Barrens have grown into a real threat. Normally, they were disorganized in these lands, but new leaders have risen among them, rallying them. To preserve our holdings here, these centaur leaders must be destroyed. Bring me the head of Barak Kodoban. He camps near the Forgotten Pools to the north. Defeat him, then return to me. The Kolkar are a threat to the Horde's claims in the Barrens. We must reduce the numbers of their troops, and so I have a bounty task for you. While in Kolkar territories, slay their warriors and collect centaur bracers. Return when you have a heap of bracers, and the Horde will reward you well.
This feels like a dangerous camp. And there's a lot of patrols, too. Ow. That hits super hard. don't really want to pull two of them. Does he patrol back up? Alright. Well. Not too bad. He does hit pretty hard though. Shit. Curved dagger of power. There's a rogue somewhere who would kill for that. Gotten a lot of greens here. I think I have to swim to the middle of this also. There it is. Unfortunately, I have a lot more centaur to kill. I haven't done very well with the bracers. I guess 8 isn't terrible. It's not good though. I'm competing with some of the other groups over centaurs. I don't think I'll do the whole centaur quest right now. Although I may. I don't really want to compete for respawns with a bunch of other people. I might get lucky on some of these. We killed 4 of them, we got 1 bracer. I think. Damn, these guys are intent on not letting me catch them. Intent. Hey, 2 bracers on 2 centaur. That's pretty good. We might finish this quest after all. I don't really want all 3. At least not all at once. There we go. Alright. Want to do the harpies while we're up here? Do we have enough bag space? We sorta do. Yeah, we can maybe kill some harpies while we're up here. she's doing similar DPS to me. Harpies are definitely a little tougher. I should probably come back here in about a level, but that's okay. I'm here now. Ah. There's a druid here who killed everything. Irritating. So we can go up this way. I think there's more of the low-level harpies. why I like to mark patrols. They can creep up on you. Again, I like to pull the mobs back before I send the pet in, if they're surrounded by other mobs, because the pet will pull with proximity aggro. So you can hit him with something like this, which does relatively little threat, and look how far forward she gets pulled. And now we can fight her right here, instead of over there, where it's more likely that the pet might pull one of the other mobs. I know it seems like a minor thing, but it's these little optimizations you want to consider when you're playing hardcore, and you want to be very careful about what you're pulling, or more specifically, what you're not pulling. And now I can just send the pet in directly, because there's nothing else there. So we can safely fight in this spot. There we go. Now as we work our way back to the crossroads... Oh my god, that's a level 17 zebra, huh? I don't love it. Don't love it. That's a level 18 raptor too. I don't know if we should go this way. Seems like kind of a dangerous way to go, to be honest. There's just a lot of mobs and they're all much higher level than me. Although going back this way seems pretty dangerous too. You know what we can do? We can hearth out, and then we can fly back to the crossroads. Not a big deal. Tactical hearth there. This realm is pretty dead as a whole, but there are a couple raiding guilds still that are doing some pretty high content, even some knack stuff, which is cool to see.
Goodbye.
guarantee this bank's security with my own blood. Is that good enough for you? May your blades never dull.
While we're here, we might as well train first aid. I think we can train it once more easily, and then we have to start using books and stuff. I think it's down here, but I'm actually not entirely sure. It's been a long time. I think it's there.
I am an orc of medicine, person. If you have come here to learn, I shall do my best to teach.
Okay, hold on. So I trained it, but I still can't learn wool bandages.
I am an orc of medicine, person. If you have come here to learn, I shall do my best to teach.
Okay, I need 6 more points, but that's fine. At least I won't overcap now on first aid points.
You haven't lived until you've looked down on the world from the back of a wind rider.
I like whatever add-on is giving me the timer on the flight. Looks like my levels are slowing down a bit now. I was doing 30 to 40 minute levels before, but now I'm at 42 minutes for this level, and we got quite a bit of ways to go. We do have some completed quests though, and by some I mean quite a few. So hopefully we can turn a bunch of these in, get a bunch of experience. I don't know if we'll hit 15, but while we were there we probably should have taken a look at some of the hunter training and pet training, but I didn't. Maybe at level 16 we'll just do 2 levels worth of training.
You found a fissure in the earth with gases bubbling from it. Strange. This may be an answer to our questions, but we cannot yet be sure. But it is a clue, and I am grateful that you found it. Like the one you found at the Forgotten Pools, there may be fissures at the other oases in the Barrens. If so, then perhaps the fissures are the oases' source of life. We must test this. Here, take these seeds. They are dead and infertile, but take them to the stagnant oasis to the southeast. If there is a fissure there, then place the seeds within it and observe.
Ah, yes, these are good specimens. Potent. I am forsaken, and we honor our contracts. Here is your reward, adventurer. I have rendered the spores you gave me into an emulsion. I must now send it to my associate, Apothecary Zama. If you were to carry this to her, she can offer you something from our stores of alchemical goods. She is in the Pools of Vision, a cave beneath the shamans of Thunder Bluff. The path to this cave is well hidden, but you may find it on the Spirit Rise Bluff. Do hurry. This emulsion will maintain its potency for only a short time, and must be resealed and processed before then.
Oh, these are nice. Real nice. Good job, adventurer. I look forward to seeing more of your work in the future. Adventurer,
Oh,
back
so
for
loud.
more? Good.
Oh, that one was awful. Sorry, I gotta cancel that one out. Oh, not all of them are fantastic. They can't all be bangers. So this is a timed quest to go to Thunderbluff. For most races, I wouldn't say it's tight, but it is annoying because you have to run all the way from the crossroads down to Camp Tarajo, all the way through Mulgore up to Thunderbluff. Takes about 20 minutes, which is a pain in the ass. But for Tauren specifically, it's the easiest quest in the world, baby. All you have to do is hop on the flight path to Thunderbluff, turn it in. You're good to go. And this staff, the Cauldron Stirrer, is 10 DPS. My current one is 8.9. It also gives us a bunch of stamina. My current gives me nature damage, which I don't believe does anything for me at all. You could potentially make an argument that it makes Serpent Sting stronger, but... And this, yeah, 4 stamina. So, yeah, this is a much better staff. And the Cauldron Stirrer is generally what I use all the way up to the Wailing Caverns. The Crescent Staff, right? So, I usually try to get Cauldron Stirrer as soon as possible. One of the nice things about this weapon and this quest is that there's no combat required. There's often combat implied, but all you need to do is get those 4 mushrooms from the Forgotten Pools, and then you have to fly or run to Thunderbluff, and that's it. So you don't actually have to fight anything. So this is a very strong weapon that you can get at level 10 if you want to, you know? And since it's a staff, it's usable by almost everyone. Even warriors get a lot of benefit out of this. 3.1 second attack speed, 10 DPS, which is probably much higher than whatever they're using at the time. This is an excellent warrior weapon, and I know that might sound surprising. For shaman, it's incredible. For druids, it's incredible. For hunters, it's a decent stat stick, right? And I do try to weave in a lot of raptor strikes, both for the DPS and also just to keep my staff skill up, because you never want to find yourself in a situation where you you have to melee something to death and you don't have any skill. But this is also great for like mages, warlocks, priests. They often don't melee anything, but the 4 stamina is quite a nice stat stick, so yep. This staff is a must-have, I think, on literally every Horde class. It doesn't matter what you're playing, you want to get the Cauldron Stirrer. I suppose Rogue would be the odd guy out here. If you were Rogue, you would be happy with this curved dagger of power right here, probably. And we're going right down there. Little hidden. And it does require a good 5 to 10 minutes of flying, but the reward, in my opinion, is worth it. We don't get quite as much value out of it as, say, a warrior or a shaman would, potentially even a druid, but we get more value out of it than a warlock, priest, or mage would. So I suppose we're kind of right in the middle there on how beneficial this staff is.
I am forsaken. Remember, patience, discipline. Embrace the shadow.
I'm probably not going to do the Serpent Bloom quest, so...
Ah, the spores from the Barrens that Helbrim was gathering. He garnered your aid in delivering them. Good. And the emulsion is still potent, so you must have wasted no time in the delivery. Well done, adventurer. The Royal Apothecary Society, based in the great undercity of Lordaeron, has sent me here for a very specific service, adventurer. Perhaps you wish to aid me, and in turn, the Dark Lady in our efforts to advance the Forsaken. Recently, I studied a rare specimen of flora named Serpent Bloom. I believe in greater quantities this herb has great potential. Unfortunately, Serpent Bloom can only be found in the darkest recesses of the Wailing Caverns, a dangerous cave system located in the Barrens.
When mounted on the back of a Wind Rider, one sees that its reputation for strength and speed is well earned.
I actually just wanted to go to the crossroads. That's okay. I think I'll turn in the centaur bracers, just to get those out of my... I can turn these in, the centaur bracers and the Kolkar leader. And then that'll give us an easy level 15. And we'll probably go ahead and end the episode there. Making pretty good progress, I think. This was going to be our big bow upgrade. 7 to 14 damage, 5.5 damage per second. However, we ended up getting this heavy short bow, which is 10 to 20 with 6 damage per second, so we might as well use the heavy short bow instead. We could have picked up the axe, of course, and this would have been a minor upgrade for our main hand, but we have this huge Cauldron Stir, 10 DPS versus the 7.1. The 4 stamina is much more valuable than the 1 agility. This is the clear winner. So even though, even an hour ago, both of these quest rewards would have been very powerful for us, as we currently find ourselves, neither of these are upgrades for us. That's how it goes in WoW sometimes. I would have killed for either of those quest rewards at level 10. But at level 15, they're no longer really that beneficial to us, so. Not only are we coming along pretty well, but I don't think we've had any close calls yet. I don't think there's been a moment yet in this run where I've gone, oh crap, we're gonna die. I haven't felt that way yet, anyway. I haven't had to use a single health potion yet. Haven't had to sacrifice my pet, run away from anything yet. Just hasn't really been a whole lot that I'd consider dangerous. And statistically, we should be dead by now. About 50% of characters are dead by level 12 or 13. So here we are rounding on level 15. We've beaten the we've beaten the average, and I feel like as we go up and up in level, we're actually getting more powerful. We're actually getting tankier. We have more options. We're getting better gear. We're not in all grays anymore, you know. As we ascend through the levels, I feel more confident, not less. There are still some things we have to be careful of. There's some areas in the southern Barrens here that are very dangerous. A lot of mobs here. Down here, there's a bunch of stealthies too that can sometimes gank up on you. And then in Stone Town, you have the Charred Vale, which is a very dangerous spot to be in, especially alone, because the mob density is very high and usually you're not really appropriate level for it. So there's still some danger ahead of us. But for the most part, I have not felt it.
You haven't lived until you've looked down on the world from the back of a Wind Rider.
Apologies for the misclick and bringing us to Orgrimmar instead of the Crossroads. Added about 3 minutes onto this flight. That's okay though, we got what we're after. At level 15 we're also very well positioned for the rest of the Barrens. Because all this stuff we're going to be doing over here is about level 12, yeah. And this stuff down here is 13, 14, 15 maybe. And then even up here the Harpy Lieutenants are 16 now. So most of the quests that we're now looking at, that we're now dealing with, were appropriate level for. If anything, we're a slightly higher level than a lot of the quests we're about to be doing. Which on hardcore is where you want to be. Again, it's not the fastest way. We're not speedrunning here, but in terms of feeling safe, we're precisely where we want to be right now. I think staying in Mulgore to level 13 was the right idea. That's probably partly the reason we haven't felt particularly threatened yet in this run.
Loktar. Strength.
While we're going, let's see if we can find maybe some zebra or some raptors here. Keep working on those kind of longitudinal collection quests that we have. Looks like somebody else has got the same idea. There is a zebra up though. Oh, body disappeared right as I got to it. Oh yeah, nice. Nice chonky 46 with the Raptor Strike. Which brings it actually to my number 3 source of damage. Yeah, these bodies are disappearing right as I get to them. Somebody had the exact same idea I'm having. Solo self-found warrior. That's gonna be tough, man. There's some kind of event that spawns over here that has a bunch of high-level centaur and I think even some elites. And I've seen people die there.
What do you... Well done, adventurer. The centaur are low, brutish creatures, but a few have the wit and vision to lead, and those are the most dangerous. Barak was such a centaur. It is good that he is dead. Nicely done. I'm sure you've struck fear into the surviving centaurs, adventurer. If they have sense, they'll now calm themselves and stop their advances. But I don't think they will, and that is unfortunate. Unfortunate for them.
The centaur Verog the Dervish wanders the Barrens and will be difficult to find. But he is based at the centaur command tent at the stagnant oasis to the southeast. It may be possible to draw him to you. Travel to the stagnant oasis to the southeast and attack centaur near the command tent. It will be dangerous, but if you can kill enough centaur, then they should raise an alarm, and Virog will come. Bring me his head, and I will place it with Barak Kodobanes.
You know what's funny is once he gets to the name, which is ethnic, right? He starts speaking with an accent. The AI voice actor was not speaking with an accent before he said Vergosh the Dervish or whatever. But once he says that, he starts speaking with this weird kind of almost French, African, Moroccan sort of accent. When the AI recognizes a name from that region, it starts to speak with an accent from that region, which is actually really cool. Alright, we hit 15. And then some. Couple extra bars there. I think we're getting close on these raptor heads too. Yeah, we have 10 of 12. So we're getting there. I don't think we're doing very well on the zebra hooves, though. Oh yeah, 3 or 4. Maybe it's worth it to just swing down here, see if we can't grab some raptor heads and zebra hooves. Finish that quest while we're at it. We're rounding on about 100 light leather. I'm not sure if that's enough to get very far into leatherworking, but we can try it. There we go. Mechanical squirrel, huh? Now we just need, what, 1 raptor head, maybe? There should be a raptor around here somewhere. There's one. we go. Alright, so that's 2 more quests complete. And those are both yellow quests too. Nice. We're kicking the crap out of the Barrens. And I think we'll end the episode there. I'll probably end the night there. I've done all 4 of these episodes pretty much back to back. So it's been a good 5-6 hours straight of playing hardcore WoW tonight. I definitely need to get up and stretch and do something else with my evening. I can't sit here longer than that. That's bad enough as it is.
What? Not bad, adventurer. Those Gevra hold a lot of strength in their legs. A sharp kick from them can knock even a Tauren on its haunches. It looks like you have some strength in you too. Are you ready for a real challenge? Now it's time to go after something that really bites. The prowlers of the...
You got rid of the You may have killed the raptors.
Alright guys, that gets us 5.5 bars towards 16, which is excellent. I'm really happy with our progress so far. Go ahead and intermission it. And I will pick this up. I'm not entirely sure if I'll do this tomorrow. I think I have some home improvement projects to work on. But at some point in these next couple days, I'll pick this back up and we can start again where we left off. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Appreciate it, guys.